There is a new nickname in a town, and let me tell you, whenever there's a new nickname, you better believe I'm 100% on board, especially if this nickname is deserving. Whoever comes up with these nicknames, you are a genius. You're super hilarious, and you deserve all the nice things the world has to offer. So I am talking about Rebecca English, and she goes by Big Back Becky. You had that one right. I did not make this name. It's all over social media right now. Big Back Becky. That's literally what people are calling her. So people have been wondering, why is it that this woman has been awfully quiet for a couple of days now? Because she is one of the Kate and William's biggest sycophants. Like, they look to her. Why has she been quiet? Turns out this woman was in court. Yeah, you had that one right. No wonder she has been low-key. She cannot say anything. She cannot write anything. She was in court for a cross-examination. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, Harry sued the Daily Film, and also Big Back Becky is one of the journalists who was also part of that lawsuit, sued again by Harry for phone hacking, obtaining illegal information about Harry and his then girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, right, Chelsea. So she took the stand on oath, and this woman is still lying. Like, and people are like, oh, Big Back Becky, do you think we do not know? There's so many articles we can literally say and pinpoint and show them to you. Because this woman right now, which is very interesting, she decides like, oh no, she did not know anything. She did not know. She did not do anything. All of a sudden, it was the palace. All of a sudden, like, what? I'm a very hardcore journalist. I take ethics seriously. I will never do that. People are like, if the mouth is moving, she's lying. She has been lying for a very long time. This is not the first time, guys. Come on, cut it. It's interesting. I love that Harry did this because now these pathetic journalists have to see how a courtroom looks like if they've not. And Big Back Becky is scared right now, rightfully so. Very, very scared, as she should, because she is point blank lying. Anyway, courtesy of The Guardian, and you will allow me to read this so you guys get more an insight of what she said, what she was asked during the court proceedings, okay? So, Daily Mail royal editor denies using private investigator to blag Harry information. The Daily Mail's royal editor has denied using a private investigator to blag information about the Duke of Sussex and his former girlfriends, as she was shown emails suggesting the investigator went out on a limb to help her. Rebecca English's name appears on 6 of the articles cited by Prince Harry in this case against the A&L publisher of the Daily Mail. He is one of 7 claimants suing the publisher, claiming its journalists benefited from unlawful information gathering over decades. The allegations largely refer to work carried out by Mike Barr, a South Africa-based private investigator that English said she knew only as a freelance journalist who could help on Africa's stories. Appearing at the High Court in London, English was asked about being sent the exact flight information for Chelsea Davy in December 2007 during Davy's relationship with the Duke. David Charbon, the lead barrister for the claimants, showed English an email she had been sent by Barr, also copying in a journalist from The Sun that contained flight details relating to a holiday Davy was taking with Harry. In the email, Barr also asked whether English and The Sun reporter can plant someone next to her. Charbon said the information could only have been obtained from the computer system of the airline, which he said could only have come from a blag or obtaining the information unlawfully. English said she did not remember the email and did not ask for such flight details. Barr was never asked for anything like this, ever. She said, that is something I will never even consider doing, now or then. Asked about the suggestion of planting someone next to Davy, English said, "It's an absolutely shameful suggestion, both by him and by you." Clearly, there's no reply to this email, which emphasizes my belief that I never actually saw it. Shabon said unlawful information was then used in a story about a make or break holiday for Harry and Davy. However, English denied this, saying information for the story was likely to have come from students at the University of Leeds, where Davy studied, who were friends with Chelsea Davy and part of our circle. English was also shown an email from 2006 sent from Barr to the same Sun reporter. In the email, Barr asks whether he should take the cost of the airline searches out of money he said already been paid by the reporter. Barr adds, "I've billed Rebecca £200 for half the cost, so I'm partly covered." English said money she paid Barr was paid as a day rate rather than for obtaining specific information. English has also shown the email exchange with Barr much later in 2014, in which she said £350 payment from her for Harry work simply doesn't cover the info provided. It's simply not worth it. I think you know exactly what I mean. Later on, he emailed, "I really don't want to go into why I'm asking for more in an email, so let's rather chat when you have time." In that email, he said extra payment for warranted, not for time spent, but for going out on a limb. He said Barr liked to speak to her over the phone because he was very difficult to deal with and would often successfully push her to pay him more when they spoke on the phone. However, Shabon said Barr was suggesting his $350 payment doesn't even cover the bribes he had to pay for attempts to secure unlawful obtained information related to Harry and his then girlfriend, Cressida Bonds. English said Shabon was wrong and repeatedly said it was absolutely untrue she ever used Barr to obtain blagged information from hotels or airlines. English said the email exchange related to their joint efforts to monitor a charity trek Harry was undertaking in Antarctica. The case continues. You had that one right. So it's a whole different story. It's also still ongoing, so we're going to be waiting for the verdict at the end of it all. But it's very, very interesting how this woman is just lying. Like, you're presented like this is the amount of money you paid this said reporter who is in Africa to find out details. You're like, no, that is not me. I can never do that. You're again presented with an email of this person saying, "Hey, I want you to plant someone next to Harry. Oh, it's like asking permission, whatever." You're like, "No, I don't know. I did not reply." So because you did not reply, that means you're not guilty. That means you did not do it. And the audacity for her to say that Chelsea's friends are the one who leaked this story. Oh, there's even a part she's like, "Oh no, I got the palace. The palace were like, they confirmed this and I wrote this." And there's a whole part where she goes and says how she's such a hardcore journalist and she researches her story very well. She checks out her sources. I'm like, we can bring out tons and tons of articles you've written and there are no sources, girl. There's so many times you've been called out for lying. So how sure are we you're not lying now? So this whole entire thing is very, very amazing to watch. I pray that Harry wins so that these people can learn. You obtain wrongful things like, for example, look at what the Daily Mail is doing with that disgusting sperm donor, and that is, planting Caroline Graham next to him just to get stories so that she can leak to the media. But no, it's like the integrity comes first. We follow ethics, and it's interesting how she's presented all these facts and she continues to lie. I pray and I hope that Harry wins so bad. So here's some of the comments. Kim says, "Unreal, she's two-faced liar. They have proof while she tried to act ignorant. How dumb can they get when they have proven much between articles and hacker receipts?" From says, "Does denying not count as perjury because she sounds like she's lying under oath?" Slayal, Rebecca English, "I do not accept that. The UK journalism and royal rota are entangled in systematic rot. Rebecca English claims to not accept these practices, yet she engages in them. It's not just that she monitored Harry and others, she anticipated long life surveillance. And that Harry has made these daily reporters sit inside of a courtroom. My family, oh, she's in trouble. Mandy, these people should be jailed for perjury once they lose lying demons. Caroline, English hilarious statement about reporting honestly about the royal family and doing proper research is the first obvious giveaway that she's not telling the truth. Absolutely. Then you have Cindy. So Rebecca is blaming the palace. Oh, how they turned when under oath. But if Daily Mail paid out settlements for phone hacking, common sense will tell you that Harry was one of the Daily Mail and Rebecca English victim. Richmond, so Rebecca English expects us to believe that she paid £200 to a university student friend of Chelsea Davy for her flight details, including her seat number. Why would a student friend have the exact flight including seat number? That's far too much detail. And I hope Harry sues the big back of that vile woman. P. The sewer rat Becky English says she does tough journalism. My foot. Her journalistic articles actually proves who she is in bed with in real life and her talent of asking tough questions. Sussex, if her lips are moving, then she's lying. Megan, Rebecca English lying, saying she didn't read all those emails sent directly to her from a PI, giving her information about Prince Harry's ex-flight details. Yeah, okay, Becky. The decades worth of precedent dictates she is lying, but did anybody expect someone from the Daily Mail to tell the truth? Ellen Girl, if the court believes that woman's lies, then there is no justice in the UK. She's trying to save face in her job, but anyone who reads her column knows who she is. Absolutely. So guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.